Uh, Thank you so much for coming in, and I'm very happy now. I've read through the guideline, and I'm able now to speak.
Yes, yes. And I prepared some pictures. I will show you something. Surprise. Little surprise for you. Just a second, please. Because I'm very well prepared for this meeting. What is this gathering about? Do you remember this?
Yes, this is the gathering I always meet after every 3 months at Children's Prayer Mountain.
Next picture is here. What is this building?
Wonderful. This is a house which I am building for so that we can have some rest when we are on that prayer mountain.
Very good, very good. Next
It is.
picture.
Oh, this is the land I have bought of recent.
Nice. Let's continue.
These are my children.
Yes, yes, it's perfect. Perfect. And I see now they're with you. They are with you now, yes?
Yes.
This another construction.
This is the same building. This is my wife.
Yes, perfect.
It is me.
Yes, yes. You have the color here in this picture. It's nice. And I would like to welcome here to this wonderful talk, Godfrey. I will stop sharing for now. I will continue later. Godfrey, and now please help me to pronounce Byamukama. Yes.
Byamukama. Byamukama.
Yes, yes. Godfrey Byamukama. My name is Iri Bosch. We are talking about your life story, which was not easy, but you managed, and about your great vision in Uganda, right?
Yes.
So tell me something about your story, please.
I am called Rev.Godfrey Byamukama, and I'm hailing from Uganda, Kanungu district, and I am married to a Kampura Honest with 4 children, and they are boys. I was born in Mpungu sub-county, and was born as an orphan, no mother, no father. At the time when I was growing, I was left to grow with my grandmother. But during my growth as a child, I faced a number of problems in the family where I was growing. I was discriminated, abused, and I never had love from my parents because I never stayed with them, because when I was born, they told me that my mother bore me from a man whom I didn't know and was not available in the community. And so I suffered as an orphan. My mother also left me and went away to grow with my grandmother. Sometimes I would not get some clothes to put on up to the age of 11 and 12, when I would go away from home to work as a houseboy in some people's homes, so that they give me some little money to buy some clothes. And it was an opportunity because at that age, that is when I was beginning primary 1. I started schooling when I was very old. And sometimes my grandmother would send me to grow from from her daughter's family, where the daughter is married, and they would beat me heavily, and I suffered too much when I was there, so that I can grow from my auntie's family. At a time reached, and I escaped there because of being beaten, and I went back to my grandmother's house. And the story is long. While I was going, accompanying my brother, my cousin brother, he was going to school. I carried his luggage and he told me to accompany him to a certain distance. That is 2003 February. When I accompanied him, he failed to carry the luggage alone. He said, let us continue and reach at school where I am studying, then you'll come back tomorrow and get back home. When I reached at school, the head teacher called me, that young boy, which class are you? I told him that I was not a student, I was only accompanying my cousin brother, and I am an orphan. So he said, you go back home and bring some clothes and some books. Then I tell you how you are going to study. I went home again. I looked for books, for clothes. I could not get. I got back with the uniform of primary 7, which I was having, and told the head teacher that I didn't get books and all that he told me. Then he said, you will be working for the school as the school porter, digging, planting trees, looking after the animals in the farm, and even sweeping the classrooms. Throughout your life, that is what is going to pay for your school fees. I worked for 6 years as a school porter for 6 years, and I was able to get my education like that. While I was in my holiday, a student whom I studied with, who loved me, he had an announcement in the Diocese of Chinchizi, announcing that there was a vacancy. They wanted a worker. He got hold of a pen and a paper in his hands and wrote on my behalf when I was in the village, and I never knew that he was going to do that miracle on my life. They called me on the radio that Godfrey, you are needed at the Diocese of Chinchizi to come and attend the interview for Village Savings and Loans Association. When they told me in the village after hearing the announcement, I was shocked how I could be mentioned on the radio, a young boy from nowhere, a young boy who had no relative to care about. And so I came running to find and see what was happening here in the diocese, how they called me. To come, I found that it was Onesimus Chichoncho, whom I studied with and had applied on my behalf. I attended to the interview and passed, and I was given a job to work as a community-based trainer, working in the for Village Savings and Loans Association for the Diocese of Chinchizi. That was the beginning of my victory and success in life. So we worked from 2009 to 2012, and the contract ended. They saw my commitment, my love, my hard work, and everything, how I was excelling on the job, and so they said, you are going to apply for Bachelor's of Divinity at Uganda Christian University. As the diocese, we are going to pay for you. I went and acquired bachelor's degree from Uganda Christian University, Bishop Baramu University, College Kabale. When I came, I was ordained as a parish priest, and again, I had some skills of community development. I was able, after 3 months in the parish, they offered me another job to work alongside the parish duty, to work as a community health empowerment ministry partnership facilitator, the Diocese of Chinchizi. After 1 year in the parish working, holding 2 jobs, they said, no, we want you in the office to come and work as a full-time worker on one job for Community Health Empowerment Ministry, Diocese of Chinchizi, as a coordinator. I worked from 2018 to 2020. They transferred me to another parish, and again with the same job, I went with it to continue doing the same two jobs. I worked for 2 years in the parish, and again they said, no, we are getting you back into the office from the parish to work as a missions and outreach and evangelism coordinator, Diocese of Chinchizi, meanwhile doing as a community health empowerment ministry coordinator. So this is what I'm doing right now, but I am having a lot of initiatives in my mind, in my life, because I suffered too much, and I have seen many people suffering, and suffering sometimes it is brought by some people in the communities who don't care, who don't mind about others. So that is why in community health empowerment ministry, I have labored to do a lot of establishments in ensuring that I totally liberate communities. Because I have given some goats, I've given piglets project, I've given to the members cows. I've also been able to give chicken to the community members who are in groups, because I formed many groups in community health empowerment ministry, around 30 groups, and each group is given a priority to identify their potentials, the projects which they can excel under my leadership and governance and guidance. So that is how I have been able to excel in community health empowerment. Again, I had to partner with Uganda National Agriculture Organizations, National Agriculture Research Organization. They gave me some seeds, and I distributed the seeds to the people. They also gave me 15 million to empower these groups of people. I have also been able to locally mobilize some money and buy some sewing machines to give to the people, so that they are able to engage in skills. And my intention was to establish a very big training center for knitting and tailoring institute, where women and young people would go and acquire skills and promote their socio-economic backgrounds. Shortly, that is what I am, and that is my vision that has come now to bring me to another strong and far vision of Rescue Soul Mission International Group, which we are going to talk about together.
And I will put some more picture one more time to show, to illustrate your effort. One moment, please. So this is clear. Yes, this is you. Here is your. Who is this? This is your family also or not?
This is a family friend where I was doing some work in their family. So they said I should take a photo with them. I was empowering them.
Yes. What is this book about? Is this Bible?
Yes.
Thank you.
This is on Chilen's Prayer Mountain. I always meet over 10,000 people on that place who come for training and even prayer and fasting. This is my family, the bigger family of ours. The one who is on my left is the one who follows me, but from another father. I was meeting this is a workshop of youth in Pung community where I grew up. I met a very huge number of youth, some who have failed in school and those who are still at school. But among these youth, there are those who are coming from vulnerable families who are not able even to provide for a meal. And they cause me a lot of headache because sometimes I don't sleep. Some youth have no parents, others have parents who don't even provide for the needs of their children.
Godfrey, thank you. Tell me about the rescue mission now.
Thank you, my brother Jill. Rescue Soul Mission is an initiative and a non-profit making organization which I have established in Uganda, but it is still in the stages of registration and mobilization of people to know about it. So it is an international organization which I'm forming, and the vision is to make it an umbrella of other projects that will be working under it. It is intended to fight against poverty and hunger and strengthening the socio-economic status of the people in the communities.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Have you, Godfrey, I would like this to be partnership because we are two leaders. Have you any question for me now at this moment?
Yeah. The question I would pose to you is that Rest Soul Mission International Group has a higher vision, and this vision won't be realized unless there is networking, collaboration, partnership, and connections between various people who are development practitioners. And I would ask you, is it possible for you to help me establish some network and connections with funding organizations that would really help me to take off and implement the activities that are under Rest to Soul Mission International Group?
I will try. I will try.
Under Rest to Soul Mission, I'm targeting and envisioning some key areas that would help me to become successful. First of all, I need to look for 10 people, perhaps 5 from Africa and other 5 from abroad. These people whom I think that should be part of this development, the 10 people should be the founders and directors, and they should be holding different positions in Rest Soul Mission International Group. Some can be working in finance, others can be working in partnership and collaboration, others can be working at the ground level, and even we have an idea that after getting some partners, we can hold Rest Soul Mission in Uganda, but also have some other offices in other countries. Because Rest Soul Mission International Group, as I said, as an umbrella, it should be providing services for socio-economic strengthening in terms of health, education, agriculture, and innovation for the next generation. Because there are people who have started small things and merged to be global, like Bill Gates. I think Bill Gates started from small things and now became one of the popular in the whole world. So Rest to Soul mission can as well as begin, and in the future we become an umbrella of employment opportunities for various people across the globe. Because in my vision, I think in a few years, 5 to 10 years, after securing some funding organizations to facilitate the activities of Rest to Soul mission, we are able to employ over 500 people and reduce on the problems of unemployment. And even we advocate for integrity, we advocate for faithfulness, we advocate to provide services for the people without hearing the issues of corruption and other things that we hear about in Uganda and other areas, where leaders are self-motivated. They only want to look at their own things, what they have acquired from either the government or other organizations. I think that is my mind.
Perfect. We have many more pictures. I will show to our audience just a glimpse, because we are going to talk again together in the second talk. But now I will show what we are looking forward to in the next talk. Just a second, very quickly. I will share my screen. And as you can see that Godfrey has many pictures here about his life and success stories. And we are going to talk about this in the next session. And I'm looking forward to it. Godfrey, would you please give us one final message for our audience? And thank you for the audience to listening. Thank you for that you are listening to us. If you have any questions, write down under this video. Godfrey will be happy to answer every question. What is your final message, Godfrey, for today?
Thank you, my brother Jill, for this wonderful work that you're doing on my behalf. The message I would say, those are two key areas where I am talking with you about community health empowerment, where I have achieved a lot of results in agriculture, in sanitation and hygiene, in food security, and in socio-economic strengthening, mobilizing people to save regularly and weekly, where people meet in groups and they agree on the terms and conditions to operate in their groups and save some little money to buy some of the things that they have agreed upon, especially in ensuring that each member makes a tremendous change in agriculture, development, in saving culture, in education of their children. And so the message I have for the people who are listening is that, if possible, please help me and strengthen my capacity and work with me so that I am able to make a more tremendous change in the lives of many people, because I have a global vision through networking, partnership, and collaboration, so that after acquiring some resources needed in terms of funding, I'll make a tremendous change in communities here in Uganda, especially in the Dance of Chinchizi, which will attract other development practitioners, including the government and other facilitating organizations. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you very much. Our honored guest, Reverend Godfrey. And now again, I will read your name, Byamukama.
Byamukama.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. My name is Yishi Bush. Thank you for listening and good luck for you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.